Okay, so here we are. Then we go to the 3-5. When you want to see the positive work of the 3-5 on this cross, left angle cross of vessel of love, right angle cross, what you see is the understanding of human psychology, the discover of group dynamics, and the ability to understand mob psychology. In other words, is one of the things about the 15 gate. The 15 gate is the home of the mob, after all. Being in the flow always sounds nice, but a mob in the flow to held together by the dynamic magnetism of that flow. And when you're in the flow, you're in the collective. And when you're in the collective, you don't actually mind ending up killing people. I think about Rwanda. I think about 800,000 people that were hacked to death in a number of weeks. What kind of flow is that? It's and that mob was in the flow. They were all in the flow, just mindlessly moving along. And it's one of the great risks of the 15.5. Whenever you see anybody that's carrying this channel, understand that we have an enormous power to pull things along with them. So you kind of hope that they're okay. You kind of hope that maybe, maybe, maybe. And of course, when you're dealing with a 3-5 and you're dealing with a 3-5 magnetism and they attract the wrong people, they attract the people that expect to do things when they can't do it, then they fall, they fail at. They feel victimized by it, and their reputation is ruined. And don't follow that person. Don't go with them. Don't hang out with them. They're going to take you down the wrong path. They're the evil ones. So many 15s get a reputation in their life of being evil. That's cute to me. These are the ones that if it weren't for them, you wouldn't have fallen apart in your life. Look at how many people this person has destroyed, blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of one of the things to recognize that inherent in this is all of your potential for what is incorrect, what is evil, what is wrong, what we morally see as criminality, what we morally see as misdirection, what we morally see as the prophets of horror. It's all not self, but it's not from here. This is saying that human beings have to be concretized to the flow. They have to be brought to the flow through magnetism. And we know that ultimately that magnetism is going to be expressed in this quarter. And then we will see its expression. It's really nice to have as soon as a baby is born, you can get into the back of the parent. You can get the info back to the parent. You have to start working on 3-5 as soon as they take the first breaths. You have to pretend that you don't expect them to be a great baby. You have to be prepared for them to be a problem. You have to get ready for all the things that's going wrong. You're going to raise a healthy child. And again, it's our attitude towards our children. It's the way in which we can nurture which is correct for them and take them away from the negative. If we take them away from the negative, the depressing part about going through the wheel is that you get to see how much of this is intended to work correctly, doesn't it? It's very easy for me to describe all the negatives in this journey around the wheel. I must tell you, it would be an ideal for me to describe only the positive. I honestly don't know what most of them look like. The only thing I really understand is Clarion because it's me. But then again, what's to be expected of the awakened profile on the cross? That's not what I'm talking about. It's not the dysfunction that I'm describing to you. That's the 3-5 that are coming in with the sun in the 15. They're not discovering essential new magnetic flows. I need a 3-5 that's going to find me the monopole for me. I'm not holding my breath for that movie. The 3-6. Extremism is one of the things when it's just too obvious that these things are beings that don't have a flow. At their deepest magnetism, it's the magnetism to anarchy. The 3-6 on this cross are whoa, even the 3-5 on the cross, their first Saturn cycle is probably the only time they get it. I wouldn't book on how long you're going to live. I wouldn't, particularly in third or fourth world conditions. But what you're looking at here is because of the 3-3 pace, and because this is all about finding a flow. Remember that the 5-3 is looking to be a fixed by pattern. So the 15 is always looking for patterns. And there's chaos in the 3-6 because it's constantly moving from one frequency to another. And it's very destabilizing. And of course, this is a collective channel. It's about sharing their inability. This is the bonds made and broken, bonds made and broken, bonds made and broken for good for their magnetism business. And they run into enormous problems with others because of it. Then we get to the 4-6 and it's in the next one. So we're going very nice here.